The same garment detail can be made to carry very different garment boundaries. In Confucian tradition, securing on the right was a mark of civility or funerary. You've been seeing my clothes wrong this whole entire time, but no fault of yours, of course, because this is a mirror image, and this is me. What looks left is actually right. And it matters because, depending on the culture, it means totally different things, and maybe reveal a thing or two about what we're most obsessed with. In Confucian traditions, securing on the right was a sign of civility and proper order. Reversing it could carry very different meaning, either funerary or a mark of being an outsider or barbarian. One common explanation was that the steppe riding culture required them to use the right hand to hold the rein and for the wind to pass through without entering your garment, so the closure had to be on the left. But whether or not that is true, we don't know for sure, but what matters is how it's being interpreted by the Chinese. So over time, left securing became associated with the outsider and a mark of civilization against others. But China was never really that neat. Around the 14th century, early Ming period, women were also wearing left secured garments, and the Mongolians, who were from the steppe region, were wearing right securing garments. Both systems coexisted, but even then, right securing remained dominant, and Japan took a different emphasis. Here, the distinction became a clear ritual boundary, one direction for the living and the other direction for the dead. So while both ideas existed in China originally, China preserved it as a marker of civility, whereas Japan preserved it as a marker of life and death. In the West, the distinction took on a slightly different meaning. Women's garments was usually secured on the left, whereas men was on the right. So it wasn't about civilization, it wasn't about life and death, it was about gender. And there are many reasons why, from social habits to tailoring practices, but there's no one single explanation agreed upon that. And this is why I find it interesting to talk about it, because what used to be stitched in garments also reflects certain priorities or certain concerns with the different cultures. In the West, gender; in China, civilization; in Japan, mortality. In the contemporary West, clothing has become one of the clearest battlegrounds for gender. In China, as we can see from the emergence of the Hanfugirl movement, clothing is still expected to carry a larger role. Continuity, authenticity, and even cultural legitimacy. And in Japan, aesthetic culture continues to make space for impermanence, melancholy, and closeness of death. Same gesture, left or right, completely different worldviews behind them.